oh my, the excitement through the ceiling. The PS4 Pro has arrived. Yes, this is a quick video. I have been very busy today. Got myself an early finish, rushed home, and here we are looking at the very first title of a great deal I will be covering very shortly, so stay tuned over the next few days as I'll be swamping you with PS4 Pro footage, analysis, videos, reviews, and all my in-depth analysis that I always do. Anyway, let's look at Battlefield 1. Now, many people may not know that this title actually has been updated. Version 1.02 appears to have some pro benefits. Now, what are they, you may ask? Well, the first one is the game now appears to be rendering fully native at 1080. I have done about 4 or 5 different counts, both in single player and multiplayer, and I'm now getting full 1080 height and 1920 width counts. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't have dynamic resolution and still scales at certain points. I've done nowhere near that level of analysis, but from a few counts and a few checks, it certainly is hitting a higher resolution than the base PS4. So there's some magic being worked here. And just in case people think that the PS4 Pro actually has any benefits for standard PS4 games without a patch, that's not true at all. You can see on screen Abzu is a quick demo looking and running exactly the same as a standard PS4. From my quick PS4 Pro analysis, this game doesn't have a patch that supports PS4 Pro. This was exactly as I expected and announced in my coverage of the actual PS4 Pro when it was announced on Twitter and obviously on my website and other articles. So what are we looking at in terms of that Battlefield 4 then in performance improvements? Well, there's actually quite a lot. In terms of the original PS4, it actually had a few dips and performed slightly worse than the Xbox One with a slightly better actual resolution and higher average overall. But now we're looking at a title that seems to be rendering, from my tests thus far, a fully native 1080, and drops are now into the single digits. So in single player we see a hugely improved game, hardly any drops at all, and this includes one of the heaviest sections in the tank, as you can see on screen, comparing both the Xbox One and the PS4 against this brand new PS4 Pro mode that appears to have received a stealth update. And now we're looking at a game that drops into single digits in this single player. In the open tank sections, which is points where both versions used to drop into the 40s, the game now holds a lock solid 60 bar a couple of dips. In fact, in the single player, most of the dips now seem to be CPU related, i.e. streaming issues, and possibly even hard drive, but I'll be covering that in more depth later on. So what about multiplayer then? Is that also improved? Yes, it is. Again, we're looking at a higher resolution on average from my test thus far, like I say, 1080 all the way through, and it now holds much closer to 60 FPS or 60 Hz all the time, with only dropping down occasionally into the mid to high 50s. In most of the sections it used to drop down to the high 40s or mid 50s. Now, vehicle sections do tend to still have the same dips into the mid 40s and possibly occasionally below, but it's not seeming to dip anywhere into the 30s from my test thus far, but I'll have more time to test it and stress it even heavier. So, do I think this is the final patch from DICE? No, I don't. I think this has been stealthily snuck out due to the fact, most likely, they've got an NDA and a deal with Microsoft, therefore they can't announce what the Pro patches are. There's probably another one that's going to be in the works and released later where they can announce it and they'll use the resource a little better. Now, looking at it, it doesn't look to have received anything over and above the increase to resolution and obviously the better frame rate. The actual screen space solution that you see on PC doesn't appear to be here in this test thus far, and I would imagine there'll be some changes and updates coming later. But for now, at least DICE seem to have had the first option where it just automatically detects the hardware and uses it appropriately, which is a nice benefit. Anyway, that's me. Please check back soon on my website and channel, as I'll have much more pro coverage incoming. You guys and girls take care, play fast, shoot hard, and I'll see you on the next one.